Just smoking up the herbs, guys. Our only sacrament. Herbs is for the service of man and grass is for the cows.
Yeah, I'ma say one Africa blazing.
This is Zachary representing.
You can't hear the intro.
All the herbalists them in a Slovakia.
But I know how it goes.
I'm Mr. One Africa.
Roll up our next spliff. Roll up our next spliff.
Eat no cocaine, give we more ganja. Roll up our next spliff. Roll up our next spliff. I am on no ramp when him a bone ganja. You know the Rasta man him chatting from the hill. Which part the herb grown up in the hill. But now
What up? What up?
Him just can't really
What up? Woo, yeah. You already know who it is. Shit, bro, you heard that? It's your boy, that Big Daddy Papas Fritas, that host on the next spliff. What's good? Ooh, yeah. Damn, Josh, did you hear all that, bro?
That's some good energy right there.
I'm sweating under my mask.
That's good, man.
Bro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next episode of the Next Spliff podcast, episode number 176. I got my man, brother Josh, in the house today, hooking up with me on Zoom. What up, my dude, Josh?
Always good to be here. Always a pleasure. Always a blessing.
Amen.
Love it.
So we were talking a little bit before the podcast, and, because we were setting up the camera, and I didn't have my mask on, and, we were both, like, commenting on my beauty. And, I feel terrible that I can't share this beauty with my fans, and I have to cover my face and look like a Puerto Rican terrorist. But it's all good, right, Josh?
Yeah, it's all good,
Speaking of terrorists, whoa. Bro.
Yeah, right.
Look at that fucking beard, bro. You look like you're ready to cut the head off a school teacher, bro.
Bro, I'm ready to cut my own head off at this time, with all this stuff going on.
Yeah, bro. That beard's got to be, your hair on your face got to be at least 12 inches long, I think.
12 inches?
No?
No, it's probably like 6.
Nah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Bro, if that's 6 inches, I got a 12-inch dick. All right, bro. I want to use your ruler when I measure my dick, okay, bro? Fuck out of here. Bro.
It's, I don't know. It's cool. It's getting cold,
It's a hell of a statement.
Yeah, it's bold to go outside looking like this every day.
To be honest, I would have been done growing a beard if I could grow one. I have patches. I don't really grow hair except for like my goatee. On my face, it doesn't grow in. It looks like a lawn. It looks like a lawn that the sun's been on it too much and nobody's put any water on the lawn. That's what my face looks like.
You got to just grow out that goatee. Just grow out the chin,
That's
bro.
all I could do. That's why, bro, I'm such a hardcore Puerto Rican, bro. All I grow is a goatee. I've had a goatee since I'm 9 years old, bro. I'm telling you, that's my goatee right there.
Crazy.
You see that, bro? Look at that. That's my goatee.
But it's crazy, right? Because I'm also Puerto Rican, for those who might be thinking that I am some kind of Middle Eastern. I'm not a Middle Eastern. I am Puerto Rican, full blown. And I don't know how I grow this much hair. I don't know what part of the Puerto Ricans grow this much hair, but not even my father could grow like a beard like mine.
That is something else, bro. I got to say, it is impressive. So a couple of things I wanted to bring up. First of all, we're doing these Zoom podcasts. I'm just trying to fuck around with the videos and throw them up on YouTube. As you can see, I changed the studio around because the background wasn't exactly popping in the last couple of videos I did. We're fucking around, bro. We're going to get it.
Yeah.
We'll get it right eventually. I got some nice, I figured I'd throw up a couple of nice 420 friendly items behind me.
The tools.
You got my logo back there. You got the baby arm. Get ready to get lit up. Let's do this. Let's kick this off.
You just call it a baby arm? Is that what you just called it?
Mm-hmm. A baby arm.
So what you smoking there? Gelato?
So yeah, I'm smoking. I'm smoking some gelato.
How's that taste?
It tastes really nice. Now, weed strains are funny because, first of all, if we're getting weed that was grown in either California or Canada, or that's usually where it comes from. That means that we're getting it This is a long time since it's been cured and pulled out of the ground. So by the time it gets to me, time is the worst enemy of weed. Air, sunlight, really takes away its potency. So I'm sure it's lost a lot of the potency that it originally had in the beginning and a lot of the taste, but it's still pretty good. I was just checking it out on leafly.com. Check it out, bro. They list it as a 4.7 out of 5 stars, and that's based on 1,800 reviews.
Damn, 4.7.
It's the terpenes are peppery, citrus, and hoppy. Okay. Oh wow,
that's crazy. Where do they come up with the names though? Because how do you get gelato from a peppery kind of,
Wow, bro. You know what, bro? I want to share this with you. You know what? I should have put this up on here. Let me put it on here instead. Let me do something right quick, right?
Go ahead.
Where the fuck is this motherfucker, right? Let me see if I could do this, Papa. Oh. All right. Yeah, I guess I don't know how to do this. Where is it? Let me take this out of full screen. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. So let me try this, right? I'm going to go to Leafly and Gelato. There's a whole bunch of them. The first thing that comes up is something called Gelato 45, which makes me believe that I don't have Gelato 45.
It's probably like some kind of hybrid with like...
Yeah. I probably just got Gelato.
But that's... You never think about, like, how do they come up with these names?
Yeah, I think about that all the time. I have no fucking idea, but yeah.
It's so odd, and some of them are so, like whoa. And then some of them are like, all right, like... Blue Dream. Yeah. Right? The first time I heard of that, I was like, whoa.
I was like, I got to have some.
Yeah, right? It sounds so pretty.
I must have it.
And then you got things like, then you got something like called like AK-47.
Yeah. Oh, Granddaddy Perps.
Yeah, something that sounds mad gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Yeah. What does that taste like? Gunpowder? You know, like.
Yeah. What does that mean? All right. So I'm going to try to share my screen right here. All right. Let me know if you could see.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, cool.
Oh, so, very pretty.
That's dope, right? So this is the color. That's pretty much what it looks like. Let's see. Oh, well, we don't. Well, we could. We'll compare it later. All right. So where are the reviews? If you are in need of a powerful indica strain, and you know me, I love my indica because indicas knock you the fuck out. Yeah. Look no further than our Gelato, a Bay Area native, which means it's from the Oakland, San Francisco area around there, is derived from Thin Mint cookies and Sunset Sherbet. There is no fighting the physical relaxation that is most commonly experienced after inhalation. It's got a tightly woven mouthfeel. I just made that up.
Sounds accurate, though.
So check it. 18.3% THC, 1.1% CBDs, and I don't know what the fuck a CBG is, but these are the terpenes, which are myrcene, limonene, and bro, I don't know what the fuck any of that means, right?
Yeah, I don't know what that means
Gelato
either.
Also referred to as Larry Bird. Why would anybody call a weed Larry Bird? That's disgusting. All I think about is
player, right?
Yeah, I think about a tall, sweaty white dude, stinking it up, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I don't want nothing to do with that. But yeah, this is it. This is it.
So now let me ask you something because I have a lot of family members that smoke and everything, even though I don't smoke anymore, but I used to, and you know how you can roll with papers, you can roll with wraps, or cigar leaves, So nowadays I've heard people using or mixing their weed with something called grabba. Have you ever heard of that?
Grabba? Is that like tobacco?
So it's a leaf, right? Mm-hmm. It's a type of leaf. And have you ever smoked out of a backwood?
Yeah, not a fan.
So you know that backwood.
I've tried hard to get used to them.
It punches you in the chest every like pull, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that when you're smoking like that, to me, the way I see it is like coffee. Mm-hmm. If you really like coffee, you'll drink that shit black.
Yeah.
If you start cutting your fucking, if you had really good blow, would you cut it? Some good cocaine? Would you cut it? Oh, wow, this coke is really good. Let me put some fucking baby powder in there. No.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but that's the thing. So apparently, all right, so like, you know what the backwoods, it punches you in the chest, it makes you cough. When you cough, you get higher, right?
Okay, you get dizzier.
Yeah.
At the same time that you're getting high from the weed.
Yeah, because you're cutting the oxygen to your brain, right?
That's obvious. You can hold your breath or hang yourself upside down. You'll get the same feeling.
Yeah. So
for free.
So basically, so instead of using a backwood, what they would do is they would throw it in the paper and mix it with grabba to get that same punch.
Okay.
You know?
What exactly is grabba? Do we need to look that up real quick? I'd like to know.
So go ahead, look. So basically, they sell it in stores. It's a leaf, right? Mm-hmm. And what you do is like you kind of toast the leaf up a little bit. Is grabba? I think grabba. You light up the leaf, you toast it up, and then you break it down. You know what I'm saying?
grabba.
Yeah.
I do know what you're saying, but grabba. Okay, so grabba in the Urban Dictionary is a Jamaican term used to describe something mixed with marijuana something mixed with marijuana when smoked, so as to keep the scent down and to get rid of the bad aftertaste. That's because in Jamaica they got terrible weed. So
that's kind of ironic, right?
So yeah, it is ironic. So what it seems like to me is this, right? Grabba is more than likely a tobacco product. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's probably a tobacco product. Any tobacco product has nicotine in it. Nicotine is addictive. Blunts, backwoods, super duper high fucking nicotine levels in that motherfucker, bro. Super duper fucking addicting. So I got a cousin that smokes blunts, and he'll spend $1 on a blunt. That's $1 of rolling paper, as far as I see, and then he'll put less than a gram in a blunt. So his blunt is mostly tobacco paper. And when he invites me to smoke, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good, bro. I just smoked, bro. Yeah, I'm all right. Because it's disgusting. And he's just so fucking hooked on it. And it's the tobacco. It's the fucking tobacco. 100% it's the fucking tobacco. So I don't like to mix anything with my weed. It gets fashionable in Europe. So I pulled up a study, and we talked about it with my sons on the podcast not long ago. That habit of smoking or cutting your weed with tobacco, I think it was only like 10% of in the United States, only like 8 to 10% of people actually do that. Mm-hmm. In Europe, the number's like 30%. 40%.
Oh, really? So it's a lot more popular out there.
Like, I remember when I was a young man, and my friends used to go to the Netherlands. What do they call that again over there? That Dutch country where weed's been legal forever. What is it called? Oh my God.
Amsterdam?
Amsterdam. How could I forget? Yeah. They used to come back and tell me stories about legal weed and how they would go to coffee shops and they would buy hash and weed and they would mix it. And that the locals from the bar would be like, yo, you're crazy. What are you fucking guys doing? Mix that shit with tobacco. And they always mix with tobacco. They were like, yeah, fuck that. And they just smoked it like nothing and kept on with their day. Because, we smoke weed. We don't fuck around with, cutting that shit. We could smoke some tree. We could smoke some baby arms, bro.
Yeah, for real.
So, they told me that. And that was, bro, that must have been 25, 30 years ago. Because those shops have been legal out there for forever. They've been fucking legal. Imagine that. It's been legal out there for decades. in New York are still not legal. Don't get me started on that one, bro.
Yeah, I heard New Jersey is about to be the biggest like recreational state soon.
I hope so. They've been saying that for the longest. I hope so. At least if Jersey goes legal, at least I could go somewhere to get legal.
Just go right over the bridge, right?
I want to see what it's. I got to see what it's like, because to be honest, what I hear is that, the taxing makes the prices go up. The taxes that are put on, not just the sales tax for the weed itself, but the licensing and the registration and all the red tape and all that, just to be able to run a business. Buying a quarter ounce or an eighth from a store might be a lot more money than it is right now than what you're getting on the street. So I think there's still going to be a black market,
Yeah, of course, no doubt. But
definitely be a black market.
The good thing, right, about the shops is that you really know what you're getting. Because I remember when I used to smoke, I used to ask, especially when I was buying it off of somebody new, I used to ask them what they got.
Right.
Like from a friend of a friend. Like one of my boys, he would be like, yeah, I could put you on with my guy. I'd be like, all right, what does he got?
I don't know.
And my friend used to always tell me, what does it matter? You're not going to really know. He could tell you anything.
That's New York. That's the problem with New York.
And I was like, damn, you're right. So he could tell me, yo, I got blue cheese. Yeah. I mean, blue dream. And then it ends up being blue cheese. Yeah, and I hate the way blue cheese smells.
Yeah, but I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. I've been dealing with that for the longest time out here. We have no idea what we're getting when we're buying weed. People could say it's anything. We don't know.
And now they're cutting it with CBD, which is even worse. Some people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to do that, it costs money. So that don't even make sense. But there's people like in California, they're so educated with their weed that they, anybody could fucking look at anybody that's a regular smoker could smell a weed. Yeah. Be like, oh, they know the strain.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Look at it and know the strain. I've been smoking weed for 30 years. I still can't pull that off. More than 30
They all look the same to me. I mean, I've seen differences.
I know the difference between good bud and decent bud.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you what it is. There's no way.
Well, so
I can tell you the difference between a sativa and an indica, but these days everything is so hybrid that you can say,
right? And
you can look at anything and be like, oh, that's a 60-40. Oh, yeah, that's yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? I think around where I live, the biggest thing is sour for some reason. Everybody loves sour.
Yeah, I think they sprinkle some crack in that shit.
It has to. They have to do something about it, right?
The sour diesel. The sour diesel is the fucking. Yeah. That's the weed of the ghetto. That's the primetime weed of the ghetto.
So one of my cousins who lives in Binghamton, every time he comes to the city, he'll go up and bring like an ounce of sour diesel, and he'll be able to sell that ounce for like $500 or like $600 because no one has it up there.
That's crazy.
Yes.
I'm moving up there and I'm fucking bringing a fucking pound of sour diesel. Shit, are you kidding me, bro?
Bro, it's so crazy. I was like, damn, but like, I was like, yo, what does it matter? You're going to get high regardless of what you smoke.
Right.
They were like, nah, but that sour diesel, it just hits different. And I'm like, I don't know. But sour diesel is a sativa, right? It's supposed to get you like hyper or like not hyper.
Sour
but like
diesel
alert.
is I think that's a sativa keeps you up. Not that it keeps you up. It just doesn't. It doesn't. It's not as doesn't have that sedating effect that an indica does.
Yeah, stuck on the couch syndrome.
Yeah. You get that couch stickiness.
Yo, you want to hear a story? I don't know if I ever told you this, but when I first started smoking, right? Again, when I was like, I don't know, maybe 22, right? 22, 23. I don't know. And I met up with this girl, and she was like, yo, I love smoking, but I only smoke backwoods, blah, 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 right? And I was thinking like, damn, this girl's really ratchet. Yeah, she's ratchet. A real like hood chick. Yeah. And I didn't know how to roll backwoods at the time. So we went to one of her homegirls' house, right? And I brought one of my boys with me. He knew how to roll backwoods. She didn't know how to roll either. Mm-hmm. So he was gonna, do it for us. There was another girl there for him.
Right.
And for me, right? Boom. So this girl took 2 pulls, bro. Mm-hmm. and she was just glued to the couch.
That was it.
Like,
she wasn't giving up no ass.
It was so bad. Like, it looked like she was on crack or something, like a dope head.
She looked like she took. Bad. Oh my God.
Bro, and I was like, damn, do I look like that when I smoke? I hope I don't look like this.
That's funny. That's funny. Now, there's some people that it hits different. There's people that it hits different.
Yo, she looked lifeless.
Yeah.
Bro, it was the scariest thing. I was like, damn, I don't even know if I want to smoke backwards. You know, like, because if that's what it's going to do to me, I don't want any part of it.
Shit,
I smoked it and I was fine. I was like, yo, what's
no, that was just her, bro. I remember one time in the 90s, this chick I smoked with, like, we went out for lunch and we smoked outdoors. Mm-hmm. And she started bugging like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I was like, what the fuck? Like, she'd be like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm fine. And then we'd be talking. I'd be like, yeah, just relax, Mom, relax. Yeah, you know, and all this shit. And then I'd see her, I'm going to die. Like, I was like, the fuck?
Bro, that's crazy, right?
Bro,
like, yo, what is in this?
I was like, brother, I know this is okay weed, but you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Come on. You're gonna die.
Dude, there's so many. I remember one time I was smoking with this girl. No, not even. She had an edible for the first time.
Oh, you don't go out with girls and let them do edibles for the first time, bro?
Bro, because she didn't like to smoke. So she liked to do edibles. And I was like, listen, fine, I'm going to smoke. If you want to do the edible, that's fine. So I'm thinking like she's used to this.
Right.
But she hasn't done it in a minute. So she ate it, bro, right? And then, like, of course, hour and a half later, she's rolling. She's on the couch, laughing hysterically. And I'm just looking at her like, damn, we're on two completely different highs
We're
right
on
now.
different planes, mama.
Yeah, I'm mad chilled, and you're mad, like,
crazy
you're
high.
just, like, laughing crazy. You can't breathe. You can't talk because you're just laughing. Well, it's cool, though, because I'd rather have that than being glued to the couch.
Yeah, that's better. At least if she's laughing, she might give up some ass. If she's glued to the couch.
Yeah, anything I say is going to be mad funny.
Yeah.
So then she goes, like, she goes into the room, right? And she just knocks out. It's like night and day. She was laughing hysterically. She went to the room, boom, knocked out. Right? And so she was telling me, like, she woke up in the middle of the night and she was like, yo, it's so hot. It's hot, right? And I was like, all right, I'm going to open the window. And she was like, no, don't open the window. And I'm like,
she got paranoid.
I'm like, what's wrong with you? She was like, my body is turning into sand, and if you open the window, I'm going to fly away. I was like, what?
I would have been like, word, yo, I got to see that. I'm opening the window. As soon as she turns around.
I told her, I was like, yo, you are bugging right now. And then I opened the window, right?
I would have opened it as soon as she turned her back, and then she would have looked back and would have been like, you fucking liar. You ain't turning to no goddamn sand.
Yo, but when I opened the window, you got to see it, bro. She was like trying to grab pillows, trying to grab like the headboard. Like, no, I'm going to fly away. I'm going to fly away.
Oh my God. Like, I wish. I'd be like, fuck that. We're going to see this. I'm going to see this. You're going to fly away.
Yo, crazy. I never thought that like we could get people like that.
It can.
You know what I mean?
It can, but
everyone's different.
Yeah.
I have my own
people that
story.
it gets like that, you shouldn't smoke. The bottom line.
Yeah. After that, I told her, I was like, nah, I don't think this is for you.
So check it, bro. A couple of things that happened this weekend I wanted to go over with you. First of all, did you saw the Khabib fight or no? You didn't get to see it live, right?
So yeah, I didn't see it because I'm so used to the fights.
It was at a
late.
weird time. It was like at 2 in the afternoon.
It started at 2 p.m. and ended at 5.
I was so lucky. I got an alert because I get ESPN alerts.
Yeah.
I got that alert. I was like, oh shit, and then I fucking, I did my thingamajiggy, ba 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 ba, bing, boom. I got it on my phone, bro. I saw the whole card, bro. It was fucking great.
It was so crazy. I got so many damn text messages, and
I sent you one.
Yeah. You sent me the pics,
yeah,
and I was like, damn. People sending me posts on Instagram, bro. I got more posts that day than I did on my birthday, bro. It was so crazy.
First of all, let's talk real quick about Khabib, and I don't think we're gonna say anything that hasn't already been said by 11,342 million other podcasters. But bro, is he the best of all time? I mean, Talk to me, bro. What do you think about this dude? Finished his career 29-0, never bled.
Never bled, never
Professional
bruised.
MMA fighter, 29-0 against anybody who was willing to fight him, 29-0, and he never bled.
What's crazy is that he fights the exact same way every fight, and no one was ever able to figure it out.
You know what he's going to do, and you can't stop him. He has so many weapons on the floor, bro.
But it's crazy because, like I was talking to a friend of mine, right, that actually does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Right.
And I was talking to him about that fight, and he was telling me how the guy Justin Gaethje, right? Mm-hmm. He's a wrestler. Like, he was like, he's a really good wrestler. So that's why people was giving him the benefit of the doubt, saying that, yo, if anybody could beat him, if anybody could beat Khabib, it's Justin.
Right.
Because they thought that Khabib wasn't going to be able to take Justin down.
And the reasons is because Justin is a wrestler. He's got the wrestling foundation, the wrestling background, who then, when he got into MMA, started doing Thai, some kickboxing, some Thai kickboxing, and learned how to use those hands. And he wound up that he's very talented.
Yeah, he's knocking people out.
He could knock you out. He could fucking kill your leg.
Yeah. And not only that, but he's resilient.
Yeah.
Like, he never uses wrestling in any of his fights, and that's like his strong suit.
And that's his strong suit. So imagine that. He doesn't use his hands. I mean, he doesn't wrestle because his hands are that good. And he's not even a natural, pugilist. He's not naturally a guy that throws with the hands.
He's not a natural brawler.
Yeah, so, he's a wrestling dude. He's got crazy wrestling skill. Man.
And it's crazy because we never saw it. No one's ever saw his wrestling. And they were all saying how, man, this is going to be the guy. Khabib's going to get frustrated trying to take him down. Because usually when you see two wrestlers go at it, they don't really try to take each other down. They just kind of box it out.
They throw hands.
And you look at, I don't know if you saw the fight with Kamaru Usman and Kobe.
Yes, I did. That was a great fight.
Two great wrestlers. Probably the best.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say the one with Usman and Masvidal. Oof.
No, man, that fight.
Masvidal tried to be all hands, and Usman just smothered the shit out of him.
Yeah, but Usman fights similar to Khabib, except Usman doesn't take him to the ground. Yeah. He would pin you up against the cage.
He could pin you up against the cage and keep you there for the whole 5 rounds.
Yeah. So usually when two wrestlers fight, they'll box it out. Because
that's weird.
Because fighters are not worried about getting knocked out or getting submitted. They're more worried about exhaustion.
Yeah, and wrestling is the most
able to finish the fight.
And wrestling is the biggest energy sapper there is.
Exactly. So people thought oh man, Khabib's just gonna have to strike with him.
Right.
But bro, when Khabib got him in that triangle.
But wait, you're gonna come already?
Bro.
So hold up. Before you get to the to the final part of the fight, first of all, I think that Khabib showed that he also has good hands. That's number one.
Yeah.
Gaethje had better hands.
Yeah.
But Khabib has good hands. He wants to take you to the ground, obviously, because he has so many different things. He got jiu-jitsu. He's got wrestling. He does some old ancient style of wrestling. He learns how he knows how to
sambo.
The sambo shit. I mean, this motherfucker got some shit. He could throw so many. He wrestled with a bear growing up when he was a kid, right?
Yeah, he's a tough kid, bro. I mean, and usually people that grow up in Russia, they tough. Mm-hmm. Some tough dudes. But you can't sleep on his hands because...
That's what I'm saying. He also has good hands.
He nearly knocked out Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He knocked him down.
Yeah.
And Conor McGregor got the best hands, and no one's ever knocked Conor down.
No, bro. That's what I'm trying to say is he really showed that he's got really good hands. Yeah. But Gaethje was showing better hands, and that his leg kicks were vicious, and they were starting to really hurt him.
That was in the first round, right?
No, that was throughout the whole fight. So throughout the whole fight, he would get him with his leg kicks. And later in the fight, when a fighter gets kicked in the legs and he kind of tries to block it, but he's too slow. And he was starting to get him like that. Yeah. And in the third round, what he did, Gaethje had given him a couple of those kicks to his legs, and he was like, oh.
And then like, starting to hurt.
And he looked like he was getting hurt, so he threw another one, and he kind of fell and rolled, and while he was falling, grabbed him at the same time.
What?
Boom, they're on the ground. Not even 30 seconds later, he's fucking unconscious.
All right, see, but hold on. How you just gonna skip?
Yeah.
The best part. All right, so
right? Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. So it starts like that. It starts with the kick to the leg, right? He kicked him in the leg. It looked like he hurt him again, but as he was falling, he charged him at the same time, grabbed him. They both went to the ground. He mounted. Once he mounted, he could have done an arm bar. He could have.
That's the thing, right?
He had like
options.
You saw him on top, and you could see him saying, "Okay, which one do I want, or do I just base it off of whatever he tries to combat?" And that's kind of what happened, because Gaethje kind of feels that, and he's trying to combat and trying to defend rear naked choke or fucking arm bar. And while, okay, can't get rear naked choke, can't get arm bar. Wait a minute, look at my leg. Wraps his leg around the back of his head.
Like a snake.
Puts a fucking triangle choke, so the tibia, the fucking bone of the other leg, is across the throat. The other leg is behind him like that. And he just closes it like a vice across his throat. And, you saw Gaethje tried to tap. Referee didn't see him.
Yeah, he didn't see it.
Tried to tap again. Didn't see him. Good night.
Dude just slept, bro.
But that's
crazy.
Yo.
Because he said, right, after they were talking about the fight, Khabib said he could have done the armbar. He could have beat him.
Yeah.
But he knew that Justin wasn't going to tap, and he was going to have to snap his arm.
Wow.
And he didn't want to hurt him.
So he put him to sleep.
Him in the triangle.
What a nice guy.
Right? What a nice, humble guy.
Bro, not for nothing. I love Khabib, bro. I love him, bro.
Yeah, his character is definitely up there, based on like with other fighters that try to sell the fight, and they like, obviously, like Conor McGregor, everyone knows that he's notorious with his mouth, and the things he says are very
He's a charlatan. Really... That's what we call him. Un charlatan. Mira, charlatan. Your mother ever call you a charlatan?
No, my grandmother. Not my mom, though. My mom barely spoke to me in Spanish.
Oh, word.
But yeah, like Conor, talks a lot. He gets into your head.
Yeah. He talks a lot of trash. He's not a gentleman who gets personal in the pre-fights and all that stuff. Yeah, he does anything to sell.
And not only to sell, but it's like when you fight with emotion like that, you don't fight smart.
True.
You just try to rip someone's head off.
Too. Yeah.
And and that was the thing with Jose Aldo, right? They have videos of him predicting that Jose Aldo was gonna throw like a lunge shit with a right hook.
Right.
And minutes before the fight, he's practicing it. He's imitating Jose Aldo, right? That he's gonna come up to him like that, throw the punch, and that he was gonna move to the side, hit him with the left.
And don't tell me he did that.
Left cross. And that's exactly what he did.
Really?
You can see him side by side, the fight and backstage.
That's exactly what he did.
Exactly what he did. It was crazy. And Conor knows this because during the press conference, he saw he kept seeing Jose Aldo's right hand go up. Every time he got tight, he would see his right hand go up.
Right.
And that was like a tell. Right. He's like, yo, he's going to want to throw that right hand at me. And that's exactly what happened. So
he said it. He couldn't stop him.
Yeah. So then with Khabib though, right? Khabib got the skill to completely neutralize somebody that he talks to his opponents as he's punching them in the face.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't see that? While he's on Conor, right? He's like, all right, come on, let's talk. Boom. Let's talk now. Boom. And
really?
When you're fighting, you got to control your breathing. Right. How are you talking?
Yeah, I know. He's got unreal cardio, bro. Yeah. His cardio is ridiculous.
And then before that, right? It's funny. I think in UFC 205, that was the first UFC I went to. I had to look up because I have a frame of the ticket and all that.
Right.
That was when Conor fought for the 155 champion, and Khabib fought in the main card.
Right.
And he was supposed to fight for the title, but but they wanted Conor because obviously Conor brings in more money. So he's talking. He fought Michael Johnson at the time. When he fought Michael Johnson, he's like, he did the same thing, pin him, neutralize him, and he's punching him in the face. He was like, yo, just give up already. Boom. And he's like, I deserve the championship fight. Boom. Damn. And then he was like, I'm undefeated. Boom. And
how do you know he said that? How do you know?
Because there's
video, there's audio.
Not the same day, yeah, but there's videos later. They show like the mic activity.
Really?
During the fight.
Damn, bro.
He talks to all his opponents. And boom, and he punches them, bro. How, bro? That's
control.
Pride,
he knows
bro.
exactly what he's doing. Like, a lot of guys are just fighting off of adrenaline.
Yeah. Adrenaline,
this guy has just such control. What a professional, bro. Bred Seriously. To fight, born to fight, now retired.
Perfect record.
Yeah, bro. Perfect record. Nobody's ever better. I mean,
he was really emotional, right? At the end of that fight?
Yeah, he was, because his father died in July. Yeah. So, this is his first fight without his father in the ring. And that's why he's retiring, he says, because he doesn't want to fight without his father by his side. That's how close they were. His father, throughout his whole life, has been his only trainer. The only guy to train him. That says a lot, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is. And it's like, it has to be crazy emotional to even like train without his father,
Of course. Yeah, that's what he said. Even training, you don't want to train without him. You don't want to fight without him. He's done.
But that's the thing. So today, it was like breaking news that Dana was talking to Khabib privately.
Right.
And he was trying to get him to not retire, to do one more fight. Here's
$100 million. Okay, I do one more fight. Inshallah. Alhamdulillah, I'll fight one more fight. Guaranteed.
Oh, man.
Do it, bro.
What a guy.
Fucking love that dude, bro. I mean, now that he retired, you really think like, well, wait a minute. This is like the Muhammad Ali of this generation in this fight game.
It's the Mayweather of MMA.
Yeah, I want to see him, more.
A lot of people wanted to see Mayweather lose, and that's where Khabib was getting to.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether they want to see you win or lose. The fact that they just need to want to see you.
Yeah, definitely. But that's what it started coming down to.
Yeah.
Mayweather got really annoying. Like they're like, all right, yo, bro, this guy's 40-0. Yeah. Seriously, nobody could beat this guy. And then they try to throw like Canelo at him. Yeah, everyone thought Canelo could beat him.
He beat them all.
Yeah, everybody. And then they threw.
He didn't beat them all pretty. He didn't knock him out and this and that. But he fucking beat him. He got decisions on him.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, right? So then, then when Conor fought Mayweather, that was a very exciting thing. A lot of people thought that Conor actually had a chance.
Conor did have a chance.
He did.
He fought him well. I mean, the only thing is that Mayweather's such a great boxer. All he had to do was wait him out because Conor was going to run out of gas.
Yeah,
boxing is a different animal cardio-wise than any other thing. To do 3-minute rounds is exhausting, bro. And after into the fourth round, this guy couldn't, I mean, you could see it. He started running out of gas. So he did good. Conor did good. He did really good. But this guy didn't start doing anything until Conor got tired and his arms dropped just a little bit. And this guy's like, okay, I do this. I've been doing this since I'm 4 years old. Couple of jabs and he ate him. His chin, his chin snapped back a little bit and that was it. That's all she wrote. But he did good. But you know what? Conor will be hit him in MMA. It means nothing.
Yeah, man. I mean, in MMA, that's a whole different game, bro.
So they shouldn't fight then.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It's nowhere near fair for
Mayweather
to fight. I mean, the guy has brutal hands already.
Well, at this point, Mayweather's 41, 42. I don't know. He's not that old, right? I don't even know how old the motherfucker is.
He's in his 40s.
Is he in his 40s?
Yeah. He's not. He's definitely not in his 30s.
And he's still, he's still doing like exhibition. Like he'll go to Japan. And he'll get some some rich dudes. Yeah, to pay
like
for him.
6 rounds.
He'll be like, all right.
Yeah,
I'll take the money. $2 million, no problem.
And that's another thing they were talking about. They wanted Khabib to fight Mayweather. And what makes that interesting, even though Khabib's hands are probably nowhere near as good as Mayweather's, but Khabib has the cardio.
Yeah, he does, but cardio is going to do so much when you can't block punches in the face.
Yeah,
it's a different ball game. You got Khabib, gloves. I mean, you can't grab, you can't grapple, you can't kick, you can't do anything.
Yeah,
he's a big disadvantage for him. That would be stupid for him to do something like that.
It would be a big payday, but
but he could get a big payday because he retired, and now all he got to do is say, "Hey, I want to come back," and fucking Dana cut him a check for $100 million, just like he did to McGregor.
Yeah.
He'll find somebody.
Right now, I think for that last fight he got $10 million.
10? Yeah, 100 mil right now, Dana. If you set up a fight between me and McGregor, that's the only fight I'll do.
Well, that's the fight that he doesn't want to do.
For 100 mil? I'll throw myself out the window of a moving car for 100
for real,
mil.
Bro. But like, he doesn't want. He said that he's not in it for the money.
All right.
He was in it for the legacy. That's what he kept saying. He says that he has money already. I guess his family's already,
Of course, they're humble people, So the money he's made is he could set up generations to come. He doesn't need the money. He's about family, quality of life. But you know what? A lot of guys, their family be like, go back, do it. They'll convince him, and he'll go back and he'll do it.
Maybe. It's definitely a possibility. A lot of people that retire always come back. Like GSP came back right after he retired.
Yeah. Absolutely. So check it.
A bunch of guys. Mm-hmm.
A couple other things I wanted to talk about. First of all, I was asking you before if you know who Alex Jones is.
Yeah, I know who Alex Jones is. I don't know too much about him.
So Infowars.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? You know who that guy is. He's a big conspiracy theorist website guy who's discredited by a lot of the mainstream media, but at the same time, a lot of the shit that he's come up with over the years has turned out to be true. And he also... He's a guy that on YouTube, he has a video where he went to that secret meeting. You know which one I'm talking about?
The Bohemian
Grove, yes.
Yeah.
So he went into Bohemian Grove, and it's a bunch of billionaire dudes, hanging out and fucking burning shit and worshiping an effigy and screaming like animals. And he videotaped a bunch of shit. Talked to some people while he was there. He exposed that because before that it was a myth that something like that even existed.
That secret
society.
Yeah, dude.
New World Order. The globalists of America are trying. He's a fucking nut job. I love him, bro. But and the thing with a lot of those guys is that they discredit some of the things they say. So what happens is they don't have credibility, but they definitely do report some stories that
make you be like, that kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, bro. So he was on Joe Rogan this week, and it was good, bro. It was like a 3-hour talk. He drank a half a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, man, just letting everything
and
go.
He let it fly all about, his thoughts on Hunter Biden and Joe Biden and their the media covering up their story and the fucking, like I said, Bohemian Grove and Bill Gates and the globalist elites. Oh my God, bro. It was so funny because when he finished, I started doing an Alex Jones impression. Then I was like, oh shit, but then now I forgot everything he said. Yeah. Oh my God. It was hilarious, bro. But do you read like QAnon and all that crazy conspiracy? Are you into that shit?
So,
be honest.
I'll get into it, right? And then sometimes I feel like I'm getting too much into it.
That's what it does. It sucks you in.
And then I start getting like mad paranoid, or like I start feeling like, yo, am I crazy?
Wow.
For thinking these things or coming up with these conspiracies.
You know what's funny, bro? I've never gone to one of those websites. I've never really read an article from them. But I have cousins that have read them and they kind of lose their minds a little bit. Like they start to think that certain things are real. And, you know, they start to believe some conspiracies and they start to say some wacky shit sometimes. And,
yeah, you know.
But the thing is that some of the shit they say winds up to be fucking true. Some of it is wacky, okay, but some of it does happen. And you're like, yo, fuck. What makes them any different than the mainstream news? They're the same thing. Some things are right, some things are wrong.
And that's the thing. I just don't want to end up being one of those guys that think the earth is flat. You know, like...
What are some of the conspiracy theories that you've read that really got you thinking?
Well, it's like
the earth is flat. Let me find out.
Before I read the Bible, right? Somebody had mentioned that in the Bible it says the earth is on 4 pillars.
It could only be on 4 pillars if it's flat.
Well, you know, and I'm like, wait a minute. And me being ignorant, not reading the Bible myself. This was like years ago. I'm just taking it for what this guy said, because I know he's been a Christian for years, you know, like as long as I known him, he was a Christian. So I was like, man, this guy read the Bible. He knows what he's talking about, you know? And then like, was it that I didn't know there was such a huge community behind it.
Right.
Right. So
behind the flat, you mean the flat earth community?
Yeah, the flat earth, right?
Bro, there's fucking conventions, bro.
Seriously. And then so like if you really like look into those things with like an open mind,
you'll start to believe some shit.
Yeah, you can like really sink into like, these things.
Fuck, that's right.
Yeah, you know, like damn, that kind of makes sense. But then like when you kind of zoom out of it, you gotta be like, damn, that's retarded. You know, like
of course.
You know, like
you have pictures of the Earth from outer space, or is that staged?
And that's the thing. Then now they're saying like, yo, that's staged. Yo, we never landed on the moon. Yo, you know, like, and then it's like, damn, what can you believe?
Yeah.
You know,
what can you believe?
Bro, I sink into those holes.
Right.
And then I start tripping, bro. Like I legit get scared.
The moon landing, you know? What have you heard?
The moon landing? I've heard it was all fake. And like, if you look at the
evidence.
I don't know.
Give me evidence. What's some of the evidence?
Yeah. If you look at like the videos, it was like, it's obvious that it was shot on like a regular camera.
Like a set? Oh, really?
Backdrop.
Right.
And it's just like a beach with like clumped up sand, you know, fuck. And then you gotta see the people that the way they're tumbling over is not the way they should be tumbling over if there was no gravity. You know, like a bunch of weird things. And I was like, damn, how am I supposed to know these things about the moon? I know nothing about space.
Yeah, I've never been to the moon.
But now, like, this is kind of like, I'm not going to get into this topic too much, but then now we have Elon Musk who's trying to get everybody on Mars.
Yeah.
Right? And why is it that we can get, like, somebody was like, yo, why did we never go back to the moon?
Right.
And now we're like, well, what reason do we have to go back to the moon? There's nothing there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But Mars, you know, they have, like, signs of life, you know, and they got all these pictures, you know, but then they're like, oh, are those pictures true? I'm like, damn, I don't know. Are they true?
Right. Well, the thing is, the moon is not a planet, right? So why keep going back to the moon?
Yeah.
It's not a planet.
That's another thing. That's why I figure it's like,
I don't think there'll be any natural resources on the moon that would be useful to us as humans or that we really need on this planet, or else we would have taken it by now.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Know?
Or they would have been
but
crazy.
Mars, I think there is the possibility that that'll happen. And yeah, I mean, obviously we won't be around when people will get there and start to colonize. That'll be fun though.
Like cultivate it.
I would love to see what that looks like. But don't send me there. I'll stay right the fuck here on Earth. There's one thing I know about outer space is that it's designed to kill you as fast as possible.
Seriously. If you've seen any outer space movie.
So you always got to be surrounded or relying on some kind of life-saving mechanism. We don't need that here on Earth. We could be outside just chilling.
Yeah.
Nothing is really protecting us at the moment, but you need that 24/7 out there.
And then God forbid you get stuck. Your time there is limited.
It takes 2.5 years to get here. Imagine we got another. Yeah, we have somebody landing in 9 months.
Yeah, right. Got somebody. We're setting up the ship now, and it should be ready by 2028.
Yeah,
you know, like that's crazy.
Exactly.
But I mean, like I heard they were gonna take a few test trips over there. Like that's the first thing, and then set up like a tourist kind of thing where people can go there for like a little bit.
Fuck you.
And then eventually you'll be able to stay there.
No way, bro. I'm out. Count me out. I don't care how bad things get. Oh, there's smog. That's all right.
Yeah, we don't know. We have no idea what's in that air over there or that artificial air that we're probably gonna have. But let's go back to the whole like conspiracy theory thing, right? Like I remember back when I was in high school, and I don't know if you want to try to pull it up or if you want me to send it to you. I don't know how I can send it to you, but
let me see if I can pull it up.
There's a video if you look up like MTV Holocaust or something like that.
All right, let me see. 1 second.
It's like MTV Holocaust commercial. It was a very odd commercial that came out. It's like why did they release this?
Okay, here we go. MTV Holocaust?
Yeah, commercial.
I see it. All right, MTV Think Holocaust or martial law. Okay, I got it. It's like a
minute or something like that, or maybe even shorter.
I see it right here. Let me just pause it, and I'm going to share it. I don't think you're going to be able to hear it. I'm not that fancy yet with my hardware, unfortunately. All right, so let me do this, pops. Damn, I'm slows. I'm fucking high as fuck too. All right, and share screen. Where am I? Wow, I'm fucked up. Here we go. Just fucking baby arm got me clapped up. All right. You hear that? No, right?
Yeah, I can hear it a little bit.
The fuck? So we got some cops coming in on some families out here.
Yeah.
People getting loaded onto trucks. The Holocaust happened to people like us. And they're on a fucking subway.
Yeah, now they're on the train.
These are just regular people on a subway, and they keep flashing back to people that are to the Holocaust and people on train. Oh, damn. They're comparing themselves. What the fuck are you doing?
They're comparing to like the Holocaust happened in America.
Bro. Somebody actually put this commercial out? MTV
Holocaust. Legit MTV commercial. See? Think that MTV.com. Why did they release this? Why? And look how long ago it was.
This only has 23,000 views and it's from 2012.
Well, that's when it was uploaded. When it came out, it was probably like,
wow, what is it?
Look at some
of these comments.
This is life now. Wake up, people. See, this is what I'm saying. FEMA commercials.
And these comments are just like a few months ago.
Well, some of them are years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 months ago.
Repent and turn to Jesus Christ now.
Amen.
Amen. Look at this. Explain to me what they're trying to do with this commercial, please, Josh.
So, well, basically, this is what I'm thinking, right? Because, like, now that, again, we're not trying to get into this politics, whole, but like, a lot of people will say like Obama was a socialist, and or like Biden was is like a socialist, and or like he's like a communist, and all these things. But what I think, right? This is my own conspiracy theory, right? Mm-hmm. So. And this is kind of right. So we got this whole coronavirus thing going on, right?
Right.
And when they asked President Trump about there's a lot of people in America that don't want to get the vaccine. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, they don't want to.
Yeah. And then
but if Biden becomes president, then they'll want to take it.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So they said so the moderator during one of the debates said, How would you get Americans to feel comfortable to take this vaccine?
Right.
And the first thing he said was we have a really strong military. That's what he said.
Who said that? Who said that?
Trump said that. Trump said that. Yeah.
So in other words, that he'll force the military to make sure everybody takes mandatory vaccines?
Exactly.
Wow.
So now you think about this commercial like, whoa, this is scary. Right?
I wonder if they cut that video, like if when he says we have a very strong military was an answer to a different question, and they just fucking tweep.
No,
is that possible?
He said it multiple times. Like when they ask him, like you probably look it up. I mean, if we want to do fact checking and all that stuff, but
let me see. Hold on. What is it? Trump, we have a very strong military.
Yeah, vaccine. You know, or you could look up like Trump's response to COVID vaccine.
Okay, here's an article that talks about Trump.
Max Rose came in moderate.
Trump looking. All right, let me see what happens here. Go ahead. So
yeah,
asked about how his administration will ensure distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine once available. U.S. President Donald Trump said the military is all lined up and will handle distribution in a very powerful manner.
You see what I'm saying? That's mad scary.
Let's see.
You do have a vaccine. How do you properly distribute it? How do you get it out quickly to millions?
Well, when we have the vaccine, we have the military all lined up, and the military is going to be doing it in a very powerful manner. These are people that don't usually do vaccines. They do soldiers, and they do lots of other things that, frankly, are more difficult. But we have our general, and logistically, he's all set. Tony, do you want to say something about that?
What?
That is correct. As the vaccine
Who's
rolls
Tony?
out, we'll be getting them distributed.
Tony Fauci.
And as you probably have heard, we are going to make sure that we do it in an equitable way, and it's representative of the populations who need it the most. And we have the standard way that we determine that with the ACIP.
Yikes.
That's wild, right? So now you think about these commercials, and it's like, imagine the people that reject it.
Fuck.
Right? What are they going to do with the people that reject it?
That's a good question.
Right? So it kind of makes you start. This is why I don't like messing with conspiracy, because things get real quick.
Things get real.
You know, especially in your mind. You know, like.
That's something right there that Alex Jones would be like, I said this back in 2012 on Infowars.com.
and that's the thing, right? So I saw that
the globalist elites.
I saw that commercial back when I was in high school. We was talking about it. That's like before 2010, like 2008, 2009.
Yeah, conspiracy theories eventually come to, and I'm sure a lot of them wind up actually happening as the years go by. It's crazy. It's crazy the world we live in, bro.
Yeah, so that's why I kind of like, conspiracy theories could be fun, right? Like talking about it, but then when you start seeing things unfold.
When you start trying to, all of a sudden it opens up this other dimension to you of the things that in the past you would have thought that, oh, wow, I'm just programmed to see these and hear these things and think they're normal. But now that somebody has opened this door to me, now I'm starting to see behind the curtain. I'm seeing into that fourth dimension now. Now I'm all seeing of all the things that are out there and the evil that's behind it. And you're seeing all that.
Yeah,
and you start to bug out a little bit, you know?
Because then it doesn't end.
Yeah, well, the first thing is that when that third eye is open, the first thing you see is that you're powerless. And there's like nothing you could do. That you just got to take this.
You're just a speck. And it's like you're just another sheep. Mm-hmm. Right?
And the best thing you should do is just shut the fuck up and just keep on going like nothing, like, you know, like it's okay.
Yeah,
I'm just going to take it. I'm powerless. What can I do? I've lost.
Bro, and so and right, so and then right as a Christian, you know, we all talk about this whole mark of the beast thing, right? Which is like, who knows what it is, right? But they say you can't buy or sell without it,
right?
And then there's a lot of like,
that's what. Go ahead, preach.
Go ahead.
No,
there's a lot of Christian conspiracies talking about the mask now. How a lot of stores say you can't come in without that mask. You can't buy without that mask.
Bro, never mind that. How about the chip and shit that they're talking about inserting into us, and the fact that it might be rolled out together with this fucking vaccine? But how's that for a conspiracy theory? Now you got a chip inside you. Now you need that chip to buy. You don't have that chip, you can't buy. You can't do anything. It's the same fucking thing, bro. The military's going to come out. They're going to force you to get it.
That's what we was talking about, right?
2020.
That's what we was talking about back in the last podcast last month, right? And it's crazy because lately I've been thinking about it, and I have a friend of mine that he tells me he can't wait to get chipped.
Why?
He thinks of it as a technology thing.
Yeah, he just wants to see what it does. But that's what the government wants. It wants everybody to feel like that.
We was talking about the Neuralink, right? And Elon Musk, he's dying. He said he'll even be part of the beta testing.
He'll sign up right now. He's probably going online looking for it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care if I glitch. You know,
he'd be like,
right? Like,
fucking guy, bro.
He said, bro, if they want to test out instant learning, I'll be the first one to sign up. He's down for all of that.
Yo, if they want to test out, uploading my consciousness to a fucking server, let's do it. Yeah, I'll live forever. Yeah. Right? So, like, he's down for that. And I told him, I was like, bro, if this whole thing is real, right? Because I'm definitely not going to get it, especially as a Christian, right? No. I'm not going to get it. Can I live with you, bro? And can I clean your house and you could feed me? I could live my life as a servant? What? Because, bro, I'm not going to be able to buy food, Oh, yeah, you'll need somebody, you'll be long gone before that shit is instituted, bro. I hope so, bro. I hope I don't experience it. But, like, now... It'll start by them sneaking it into you one way that you don't know. That's how it'll start. Yeah. So if they're going to force this vaccine, there's something in that vaccine that we're all going to have that that in the future you're going to need it. It's your chip. That's where all your data is collected. Bro, it's so damn scary because, like, especially imagine it's more than just a needle. Oh yeah, it's more than just a needle. We got to I don't know. Is it just going to be? I don't know what the fuck. That's something I saw a post right on Instagram again with Bill Gates. He was talking about how one like a vaccine, like one needle or one dosage isn't enough. Some people got to get 2, 3, or 4 doses. Yeah, something is fucking funny, right? And then there's people that experience like severe chills and like severe like symptoms of a fever. That's crazy. When they got it. And he was like, yeah, some people need just multiple dosages. Yeah. All right, Mr. Doctor. I didn't know you had this fucking dude, bro. Remember that this is a guy that wanted to shoot missiles with chemicals into the sky to block the sun so that he could, slow down global warming. All right, that was his idea, bro. And scientists stopped him, but this fucking guy's got that kind of power, for some reason. He's got it. The money. Yeah, if you're the one that's funding all the research, you could do whatever you want. Everybody else is pretty much is on his lap, He's like worth more than most countries. Yeah. Fucking guy. I'm telling you, if he was to do something like, let's say if he was to test it out in another country where he doesn't have to pass any like U.S. sanctions or anything like that, or any kind of U.S. laws, and he gets it working, he's gonna be like, look, I did it in this country and it worked out just fine. Don't be surprised, he's already trying that. Some South crazy, Africa or something. Some crazy little country that is off the map and nobody knows about. Yeah, bribe a few people. Bro, that's close down the internet. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is scary. Stop. This is scary stuff, bro. You talk about that, it's like, where does it end? Right? Yeah. And I remember back a while ago, someone told me that, everyone that's woke, they're going to be the first ones to get like thrown on this bus. Oh, yeah. And I was like, how do they know that we're woke? They'd be like, they listen to every single telecommunication. Like phone stay off of that Twitter, podcast.
Yeah, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everything you search, they know it. They know you woke, and they'll come and get you first. And I was like, what?
It's a scary time that's happening, and it's crazy what we're gonna be going through, bro.
And it's crazy because the people link that into like that. This is why they're trying to like take away the Second Amendment, right?
Yeah, they want to unarm us.
Yeah. So I remember hearing that a long time ago. They were like, yo, if we don't have any guns, military don't got to worry about running up in people's houses and doing whatever they want.
Exactly right.
So now,
even if they come in here, you got a Glock. What are you gonna do? Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I mean, then you got to think about the military also. They gotta be like, all right, yo, this is a big risk. I mean, they're people too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, damn, I'm gonna get risk getting shot in the face or something like that, you know? But then, right? So you got that, and then all of a sudden, now we have all these mass shootings,
right? They're
being put on the map.
So right? You think that's big interest doing this? Staging these shootings and
I think it's like
you're going deep,
dude. I saw a video.
Tú eres del diablo, no, bro.
I saw a documentary about one of the guys I think he assassinated JFK or so. He assassinated somebody
Jack
that
Ruby?
He had no recollection of doing it. Like he was brainwashed.
Sirhan. He killed. I think he killed Kennedy. Was it?
Right?
Not Kennedy. No, that Kennedy was Harvey Lee Oswald. Harvey Lee Oswald was killed by Jack Ruby. Jack Ruby died in prison. Fuck. Sirhan. I can't remember. Let me look it up.
But the thing was that he was brainwashed into like assassinating
some kind of thought control. LSD. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard of MK Ultra.
Yeah, MK Ultra.
Because MK Ultra supposedly, what's his name? Serial killer. The guy with the swastika on his head. What was his name? Charles Manson was part of MK Ultra, where he would get the government would give people acid and document what would happen to them or send them out and tell them to do things and to give acid to other people and all kinds of shit. And it was an experiment by the government on thought control. And there's a lot of theories that say that the government was behind Charles Manson actually becoming a serial killer and being able to recruit people, because Charles Manson never killed anybody. You got people to do it for him. You know, how did he do that? Mind control through LSD and on all this. So a lot of people, and there's even evidence out there that he was enrolled in this type of program, bro. If you look that up. Well, damn, bro, what did you say to look up again, bro? I lost my train of thought.
Looking up the...
Fuck you.
The dude that got brainwashed, right? Is that what you was going to look up?
Yeah.
To kill JFK or
something? Yeah, Sirhan. That's right. Fuck you.
So we got that going on, right? And then so it kind of makes you think, like, you know, I've been hearing all the time.
Oh, he assassinated Kennedy's brother, Robert F. Kennedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who he is.
So you got that, right? And then I don't know if you ever heard like people say, yo, the television is hypnotizing you, you know, like it's influencing you to think a certain way. And you think about media, like how biased media is,
right? And
how they would portray a certain story to make you think a certain way. And all these crazy things, right? And you're like, damn, yo, this mind control thing could be real.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely try to fuck with that.
And then like, damn, I lost my train of thought. It's just, bro, it's wild. It's wild, the things you get into. And then it's like, yo, can you even trust your own mind at one point? You know, like...
Yeah, bro. Don't start going down that rabbit hole, Papa.
Dude, one time when I was in high school,
too much.
One time when I was in high school, I thought I was going crazy. Like, I was legit scared to, like, leave the house. I was like, yo, I just want to stay in my room.
Jeez.
Where it's safe. You know, like I don't want to go outside or nothing, bro. It's scary.
Man, bro. Yeah, a lot of people are susceptible, not just susceptible. I don't want to say susceptible because it sounds like weakness, but a lot of people have this line of thinking about the government and about, bigger picture things that are going on. Because the fact is, a lot of us are sheep and a lot of us, consume mainstream media and treat it like it's actual truth 100%, depending on what we're seeing. It's so weird. It's a crazy time to be living in such a media saturated, market. It's crazy, and it's making us lose our minds.
I don't want to blow up your age or nothing, but when you was younger, was there a timer on TVs?
A timer?
Yeah, so I was told.
Yeah. When I was younger, the TV will go off at night, like the TV stations.
Yeah,
12 o'clock.
They just had nothing to show, right?
They had nothing to show. It would just be fuzz. They would sing the Star Spangled Banner. Bah, bah, or America the Beautiful. Bah, bah, bah,
and there'd be white noise after that, right?
For hours.
Bro, that's mag. So,
imagine that. Now there's no fucking dead air anywhere.
Yeah, you could just watch TVs on freaking websites now. Yeah. So I was thinking, right, when I first heard about that, it was just some old people in my church talking about it. They were like, yo, you remember back in the day where after 8 o'clock, that's it. TVs went off.
It wasn't 8 o'clock, but it was around 10 and midnight. Some stations that didn't have, the really low budget, maybe 10 o'clock, but 8 o'clock was prime time. Everybody had something on at prime time.
I figured, right?
And there would be one channel, like some public, like Channel 13 or something that maybe they had around the clock, but it was real shitty programming.
So check it out. So this is my mindset, right? Because I wasn't even in this conversation. I just overheard it. And they were like, yeah, and it's because they had nobody to work at the TV stations to get the next thing going on, the next show. But
they
now
just
it's all
didn't
automated.
have, they didn't have the content.
So what I was thinking, I was like, no, they were getting ready to get people hooked, onto TV. Like, damn, I want more.
No, that's bro. You're thinking too sinister.
Yeah.
They literally did not have the content. It was a new market. It was still developing. They just didn't have it yet. It was in the process of unfolding.
I wasn't even born during that time.
No, bro.
Thinking about it,
I saw that. I saw that whole that era unfold. From the 70s to the 90s with TV going from black and white shows to color and the content changing and more content and news. And then in the 80s, things like WHT was a big box that had one cable channel came out. And then there was ESPN was shown. CNN started doing 24 hours news. ESPN started doing 24-hour sports in the 90s, early 90s. And you just saw the slow progression. And then and you saw that thing happen, that switch to 24/7 broadcast on several, dozens of channels. It's just overdrive media consumption. But you're thinking about, they got us addicted. They did it to us with that fuzz.
I'm going to give them a little bit.
Yeah, with that fuzz.
Yeah. And then when that fuzz comes,
you're too devious.
They're going to be like, damn it, I want some more.
You're thinking too devious, bro. You're funny. But check it out, Pops. We got to wrap this up before my wife shoots me in the face. My dude, bro. Damn, bro. There was so many other things I wanted to talk to you about, but we're going to have to get together again another time, my dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Bro, it was a pleasure hanging out with you this evening, bro.
These conversations are always great,
bro. That shit went fast.
I hope everybody finds food for thought.
Word. Maybe too much.
Even if it's nonsense, today
we almost went down some rabbit holes, but I like that. We just looked at it and then backed away.
Look down the rabbit hole and then all right, let's get out of here before we get stuck in there.
My dude, it's been a pleasure, my man. I love you, my dude. I'll get with you later. Stay right there, right? The way we are right there, yo, my man. Until the next Spliff, yo.
This is Zachary representing all the herbalists them in Slovakia. I'm Mr. One of Rockers. Roll up on next Spliff. roll up a next spliff. No cocaine, give we more ganja. Roll up a next spliff, roll up a next spliff. I man no ramp when him a bone ganja. You know the Rasta man him chatting from the hill. Which part the earth?